we're doing a couples live tag because we get asked a lot of questions, and so we thought we'd do a couples live tag. And also today is our 7 month,
No,
eight,
eighth.
8 month, 8 month anniversary. So I thought it'd be perfect. You want to go first? So we're gonna answer questions.
First question: when and where did we meet? Well, I was part of this group, this Asian men, black women group, and she commented on a post, and I just saw her picture, and I was like, oh my God, she's gorgeous. So then I just friend requested her, and then from there, she private messaged me, and I private messaged her back, and then we just started small talk, and then after few days we started to talk more and more, and then the rest is old news, and now here we are.
So yeah, we met off of a group.
Yeah, off of a group on Facebook. Yes.
Really random. You don't.
Very random.
I never thought making like a comment or a post on a group would cause me to meet someone. Never in 1,000 years. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So the second question is, where was our first date? Our first date was actually when I came here. I'm from Canada, so I'm Canadian, he's American. After we like talked for a couple months or so, decided to come see him over here because he couldn't come to Vancouver to see me because of work and stuff. So when I came here, we went on our first date, and I was actually really pleasantly surprised that his mom was so eager to like babysit the kids for us so we could actually go on a date, because I wasn't too sure we were gonna be able to spend time together, just because kids usually keep you pretty busy. So yeah, so we went to, what's it called again?
Mitchell's Fish Market. It's a very nice seafood restaurant. If you're from Ohio or no Ohio, it's called the Woodmere Plaza, and anybody that's been there, they know that the Woodmere Plaza is a very nice, richy, kind of upscale-y area for shopping and stuff. I mean, it's just pleasant to walk around there in the summertime. It's beautiful. So I highly recommend anybody from Ohio to go there on a date if you're looking for seafood restaurants. I'm a foodie, she's a foodie. I like to try new foods anywhere, and I'm recommending Mitchell's Fish Market. They're, all the food is good, everything on the menu, and it's reasonably priced.
Yeah, it was really good place to eat. That one can just whatever. The third question, let me just grab it here. Kind of lost it.
That's me. Okay, so the third question is, where and when was our first kiss? Well, it was actually here in my condo. I think it was after our date. It was like we were just cuddling and snuggling, and one thing led to another, and we just happened to kiss. And there you go. It's nothing really. Can't go into too extravagant details about it, but yeah.
Yeah, I was really nervous.
Yeah, she was very nervous, yeah.
Just being in a new place and with the kids and then everything, but no, it was nice. Don't get me wrong, but yes, I was a bit nervous.
Try to make them feel as home as possible, Try to keep them comfortable, I think they adopted pretty well with, my parents got along great with the kids and fell in love with them instantly. Spoils the kids ridiculously. It's just it's insane how much the kids get spoiled.
I think his mom made us feel so at home that it just could not feel comfortable around her and his dad. So yeah. So Oh, and then it says where did you meet the parents? And yeah, so we did meet. I met his parents. He has not met my parents yet.
Not in person, but on video. I met.
On video call, yes. But yeah, when on our first date is when I met his mom, and then I met his dad later when they took us out. They took us out to see the city.
Sightseeing, yeah, downtown Cleveland and all. And I met her parents. Video chat. It was kind of an interesting, interesting to say the least. Meeting for the first time of the parents on video because she had, shocking news to tell them that she was going to move here to the States. And so, I mean, their parents took it well, and I mean, they were happy for her. They just want to see, Arlene and the kids happy, and they see that, they're doing well here, and they approve.
Yes, they do approve.
It's beautiful. Okay, never mind.
Just skip that one, that accident.
Okay, for question 5 is, what is something you wish I didn't do? Well, I mean, if any guy has been in a relationship with a girl and you want to go out on a date, one of the major issues is time, especially if you're running late already. Makeup.
But it takes time to get ready.
Makeup is a major important thing for women. Regardless, they have to look pristine,
And I don't even wear that much makeup,
I know,
and I don't do it that much.
But yeah.
Only for special occasions.
For special occasions, yeah. She does take some time to get ready. And, unlike me, I do, guys, we're just like, can get ready in like 5 minutes, Oh, cool, got the shirt, got a nice button down, nice tie, nice pants, whatever. Girls, they have to go through their wardrobes, look for the best outfit to, for the night, for the evening. And yeah, so that's one of the things is the makeup thingy taking too long.
And then for myself, what is something that I wish that he didn't do? I would say, I guess maybe the burping out loud.
Yeah, but at least I say excuse me, so it's all good on that.
And it says, where would we love to travel? Or the places I think one of the places we talked about is going to Japan.
There's plenty of places that I'd love to travel.
Our list is quite long.
I mean, like
Brazil,
Rio de Janeiro, yes. I would love to go back to Korea, back to Seoul. It was so much fun over there. I mean, that's where I'm originally from. I'm adopted. And,
we're both adopted.
Yes, we're both adopted.
That's what makes us click.
Yeah, exactly. That's what really makes us connect, is that we're both adopted. Me being Korean, her being from Haiti. It's pretty interesting, spectrum of, me being over here in the States, her being all the way on the other side of, on the West Coast in Vancouver, meeting someone here in the East Coast, It's pretty interesting.
Very opposite. We're so opposite.
Yeah.
Opposite ends, opposite places.
Very interesting what the internet can do, and how you meet a lot of interesting people on Facebook and social media. Brings some people together.
Also, I would love to go back to Haiti. I haven't been back since I've been adopted, and I really want to see some of my family over there. So that would definitely be on our list. And did I say Japan already?
Yes, Japan.
Okay. I think I did. Yeah. So the next question would be, do we want?
If I could.
Oh.
If I could live anywhere in the world, where would I live?
Oh. Oops. I skipped it.
Well, I mean, that is kind of a toughie. I mean, there's several places that I would love to live. I would love to go back to Korea and live there. I mean, the life there is so different. Everybody is like so friendly over there and so hospitable, you know, and they they think of others, you know. The humanity over there is not lost. Like here in, you know, the States, sometimes humanity can be, you know, a little bit, you know, what's the word? Humanity over here is not as like common as it is like over in Asia. Everybody there is friendly, especially Korea, and same with Japan. I heard, and you know, everybody is considerate of others, you know, and so I would love to go back to Korea. Another place would be Mexico. Mexico, I mean, I've been there several times, and I just love. It's more of like a party place, atmosphere, like tropical, you know, a lot of, you know, college students go down there, you know, for spring break to party, you know, but a lot, you know, even Mexico is, a lot of people are afraid, you know, scared to, like, dude, Mexico with, you know, a lot of, you know, cartels and blah, 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 a lot of crime or whatever.
A lot of chaos.
Perfectly, yeah, it's perfectly safe down there, especially in the touristy areas like Cancun and like Riviera Maya. I mean, it is incredibly safe. I mean, you could walk, you know, around, you know, and be perfectly fine. And all the locals there are just so friendly and they help you out, and you know, it's just they make you feel at home. And that's what I like. Anywhere where you feel welcome is a place for me to live.
I would love to just go to like Miami. But he doesn't like hot weather. I love hot. That's why we're so opposite. I love it super hot. I love warmness, and he likes it more cooler and stuff. But I get cold and he gets warm, and we just so opposite, and we do the opposite. So this next question would be, do we want to have kids? The next question.
Well, her having already 2 kids, I mean, I'm not really, it's been discussed, but I mean, I would like to have kids someday because, you know, I don't really know anything about my, you know, I'm the only one of my bloodline, you know, since being adopted, don't have contact with my biological family, don't know if I have any siblings, know nothing about my past. My past would start with me, so I would love to have, you know, a child or two to, you know, can carry on, you know, my legacy, you know, carry on my bloodline, and that's the main reason, you know, why I would really want to have kids.
And me, I'm good with whatever. I'm pretty laid back, easygoing. As long as I can still deal with these 2, it's all good. So the next
Hands right
question
on it.
is
There. Right in front of you.
What? What do we usually argue about? Is the next one.
I mean, actually, we never really came to that. We don't really argue. I mean, we're both pretty laid back, and, you know, that's what also makes us, you know, compatible, because it takes a lot to get us upset. I mean, it's just, we really never got into a fight ever, and you know, that's
Not yet.
not yet, at least. Who knows?
Knock on wood.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's no perfect relationship. Obviously,
but
there's going to be ups and downs, and we just have to learn to work through them.
yeah, but I mean,
No?
we really haven't got into that stage of, you know, where we've gotten mad at each other to where we got into a fight. I mean, and if I mean, you know, if you know, she's upset or whatever, I mean, I give her space, and you know, she does the same to me. Like if I'm upset or hangry from work or whatever when I get home, you know, she knows that I'm not really in the best of moods, and so she gives me time to cool down and blow off steam.
And then if there's things that just make us both annoyed,
we just rant to each other about it, and then we both get mad at the same
together.
Yeah. So we never really
And then we have to go cool off outside, both of us, and then we settle down. So we work as a team. It says where am I on Friday nights, but I guess where are we?
Are we on a Friday night? You're seeing it right now. This is what we do: is just sit here, watch TV,
Look after the kids.
eat.
I cook.
Yeah.
Sometimes
or
he goes to
sometimes
soccer.
Yeah. Sometimes late night I do have soccer, which my session ended last week. I got a new session starting up next week after the New Year's. But yeah, it's very late games though, like usually 10 o'clock at night, every week. And it's excruciating because the drive is not fun. But you got to do what you got to do. You love the sport. Everybody knows that, Once you have a passion for something, you stick with it till you can't do it anymore. And I'm one of those people that will play soccer till I die.
Yeah, it's a pretty chill Friday night. I mean, back in the day, when we were younger, maybe we would have gone out here and there.
Yeah.
But now it's just, we just do
Yeah,
older people things.
definitely on the weekends when I was younger, I was always out and about, going to club every weekend, just club hopping, dancing with my friends, bar hopping, going to clubs, just break dancing, like same club, everybody knew us, it was just the thing. But now it's like I don't have any energy and I just fall asleep. I fall asleep at like about this time actually. It's past my bedtime. It's pretty sad and pathetic, but it's true. Aging kind of puts a toll on your body, and I'm feeling the effects.
What TV shows do you like that I hate? And what TV shows do I like that you hate? But I'll let you answer the first one, and then I'll answer the second one.
I mean, I don't really know if she hates which shows of mine she hates, but I'm pretty sure there's this show Rick and Morty that she doesn't really.
It's so confusing.
It's crude humor and it's adult humor. She doesn't really.
It's weird.
It's funny.
It's
You got it. Everybody
strange
knows
show.
like and like South Park, she's not really a fan of.
And it's Canadian.
Yeah,
and I don't even like it.
And I'm not really sure. She doesn't really like Family Guy too much either. I mean, she could tolerate it, but
I'm American Dad kind of.
Yeah,
It's funny. I'm American Dad. I love American Dad.
I love all cartoony shows. It's funny. Like I love all the adult. Like Bob's Burgers is kind of.
I like
funny.
Bob's Burgers.
American Dad, I love. Family Guy, I love. Rick and Morty, I definitely love. South Park, I love. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, you name it. Beavis and Butthead, absolutely love them when they were on. But yeah, I mean.
I know the TV shows that you don't really like that I watch, which would be Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Orange County, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, pretty much all the Real Housewives except New York and that one other place I can't remember the name of. But yeah, other than that, yeah, he's not a big fan of that kind of stuff. But it's okay, it's my thing. Who is the most organized in the relationship?
That's an easy one. That's her. I'm definitely like a messier person. I don't.
It's okay.
keep
He's
things.
a guy. He's
I'm a guy. Like.
He's actually not that messy. I have seen messy. He's actually pretty good. It's just sometimes he gets super
a little
tired
carried away
and
and leaves stuff around, and I let it stack up, and that's when it gets more messy. But. Yeah, usually I'm not really that bad, but she's the well-organized one, so she makes sure that our condo stays nice and clean while
it's a full-time job.
I trash it as much as I can.
It's just a full-time job because the kids, oh my goodness, it's the kids and yeah, it's a lot of work. But you know what? I don't mind it because that's what I do. I stay here with the kids and yeah, and it keeps me busy. What's my favorite color? What's your favorite color?
That's an easy one because we
easy.
both have the same favorite color, and that is baby blue. I mean,
super easy.
It's yeah.
Yeah. It says, who is more jealous?
I don't really. I don't know. That's a toughie.
I guess it depends.
I guess yeah, but I don't.
Are we equal?
I guess we're equal. I mean,
I can get pretty jealous. I try to keep an open mind. You know?
I mean, same here. I try to keep an open mind. I mean,
I say don't jump to conclusions unless you know the full deal, like, you know, every side of the story before you start attacking. I think that's the best way to handle a situation. What's it like being oh, that's for you. What's it like being a stepdad? But you're not a stepdad yet per se, or the role. I guess more.
Well,
of the
being the
role.
role model of a stepdad, you know, I mean, I enjoy it. I love, you know, a house being, you know, coming home to, you know, a loud condo, you know, and it gets lonely, you know, when I was by myself, living by myself, you know, it got lonely, and I do, although I have a cat that, you know, she could be annoying at times, but other than that, like, the vibe in here was so different, you know, it was just so quiet, so lonely, was, you know, basically routine every day, you know, going into the same routine, going to work, you know, coming home, watching TV, falling asleep, not really eating anything healthy or a good home cooked meal because I was too tired or lazy. I would always, you know, spend money in fast food or whatever, or, you know, going out to eat and, you know, packing on the pounds. Cause,
he doesn't pack on pounds.
I mean,
just letting you guys
it goes
know.
to my stomach. I get a little bear gut, you know. I always pack on a little bit of weight, you know. I get lazy.
No.
But yeah, but now that, you know, I have them here, it's been a pretty fun adventure. I mean, to say the least. You know, I got two kids that are pretty energetic and jump on me like I'm a jungle gym. Most
They
of the
just
time,
get excited and then they want to play,
yeah.
and then sometimes you get
That's
you're
just
tired.
yeah. Hopefully, my body can, you know, maintain all that, you know, jumping up and down and harassment, you know. But
just keeping up with them. It's the energy levels are so. They're like this, and we're like trying to catch up.
But yeah, I mean, I absolutely, you know, I enjoy it. I want to be the best role model for these kids, you know, because, you know, their fathers aren't in the picture, you know, they don't really do anything for them, so, you know, I step up and, you know, I take the responsibilities, and, you know, I see that the, you know, the love in the kids' eyes, and, you know, I love them to death like they were my own.
And the next question is,
was it hard to date long distance?
Yeah, was it hard to date long distance? It's always difficult long distance, as you would know. I think it's more of certain times may be harder than others, so you just kind of have to take it as it comes.
Yeah, like a grain of salt. I mean, you take it day at a time. I mean, there are some of those days where you get really emotional, you know, and you miss each other, and I mean, there's been plenty of times, you know, of that. But I mean, you have to be in the right state of mind, you know, have to be mature, you know, to handle, you know, being in a long distance relationship. I mean, I've been in several, so I'm kind of used to it, but I mean, you have to have that mindset, you know, that you two are on the same page, and you do, you know, constantly keep in contact with each other, and, you know, it makes it a lot easier to the point for when you do, you know, meet up and visit each other. You know, that's a key importance, that you both, you know, work on each other's schedules. I know it was hard, you know, for her being from Vancouver, they're 3 hours behind, so there'd be some days where I would stay up late waiting for them to call, and I'd be dead tired, but, you know, I did it because, you know, I just, you know, wanted to hear from them. And I'd fall asleep, we'd fall asleep on video chat all the time, and it'd make it feel more comfortable, at ease, like it'd be like, you know, their presence was here with you when they're not actually physically here. But
yeah, we video called every day.
Yeah, I mean, 24/7 we were constantly
non-stop, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then
it was like basically that they were living here.
Yeah, it felt like he was here all the time, because I always had my laptop open and he was always on my laptop. We would take him around our place, like at the different rooms. We'd be like, okay, let's bring the laptop let's bring him with us. It's, you know, it just gives you that like closeness. So yeah, it's definitely not easy for sure. But yeah, you just, like I said, you take it one day at a time, and you find what's important, and you don't take things for granted.
Alright, next question is, when dating other people before meeting each other, was it hard to connect with them because they didn't understand what it was like to be adopted? I mean, like,
I found that it was because like when people they don't understand like they sometimes like for when you are explaining certain things to them, if you don't if they have never experienced the things that you have experienced, they have no idea like kind of how you're feeling or how to go around certain things. Like back when I was younger, they used to always think that my parents were black, and then when they found out they were white, they were like, some of them were disappointed. I had people tell me they should be black. I've had people say, "Why are your parents white?" Like just weird stuff.
Yeah,
like,
we
just
both
didn't
had
get
those
it.
questions too. No, a lot of people didn't know that I was adopted until I would tell them, and they'd be like yeah, because clearly my name is like a Asian name,
Right?
like for real. Like
My last name is
my
so.
last name is so not Asian, it's
Yeah.
so white. And once they find out that I'm adopted, it's like they're like, oh, well, that's cool, blah blah blah. I'm adopted by white people just like her parents, and like it's so funny that when we met, we were talking about our parents and how similar they are to our our
His parents are just like my
yeah,
parents. It's
and
ridiculous.
how they would get along just perfectly fine.
Two peas in a pod.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
No. And I also, sorry, not to cut you off. I also find that when I dated other people, they like sometimes if I couldn't connect with them, they wouldn't understand that, and they don't understand that sometimes being adopted is like sometimes it's harder to like kind of connect with certain things than others just because you've been through a lot when you were younger and you've seen a lot of changes. Sometimes you're not very good at expressing yourself as like maybe some other people just because you had a lot of stuff going on back when you were younger. So they just didn't get those kind of things, and I feel that David understands that about me, and doesn't ask too many like why this, why that, or he knows he's been there.
yeah, absolutely.
So the next question is, did you ever think this time last year you would be at this moment right now? Like right here, right now? No.
Not particularly, no, but after we met, we both, had our mindset on the same goals, and, now, I mean, the rest is old news. I mean, we're here right now. They're living with me. Like there's not really much to say about it. I mean, we just both planned, and reached for our goals to,
And we had the same goals, which was awesome.
Yeah,
Because
push.
sometimes it's hard to find someone who's like on the same page as you
Yeah.
and wants the same stuff as you. So.
Yeah, so we were just both striving for the same goals, and we're just trying to make them happen. And lo and behold, here we are, and we're slowly, making everything happen as the day progresses.
Yeah, and I find that like last year, at this time, yeah, I had no idea what was gonna happen. I had not a clue. All I knew was I had to just keep on trucking and hope for the best, kind of a thing. So it says the next question: what makes he or she the perfect person for you? So, what makes him the perfect person for me?
She is
He's
literally
opposite.
I mean, and also she's literally the female version of me. We both have so many similarities in our personalities and everything. We both think the same, act the same for most parts. But I mean, the fact that we both can connect on a higher level of being both adopted. We both have the understanding of how that is, and how constantly got looked at when you're growing up as be like, well, why don't you look like your parents? Or a lot of kids back then didn't really understand what adoption was.
Yeah, not like now.
Yeah, not like now, because like I really didn't have an understanding of what it was too. Like, and I always had questions. I was asking my parents, when I was little, like, how come I don't look like you guys? And then they would have to explain, well, you're adopted, this and that. And it's and that's one of the things we had to grow up with, was like getting teased, as a child, I mean, and like it's just that we connect on all those different levels, and it just makes it a wonderful thing that we're you know, we act as one together and we're connected. Like she's the missing puzzle, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Missing piece to the puzzle that's already has the connection, just missing that one piece. So it's nice to finally have that, and for him to be the perfect guy for me is the uh, like you were saying, the understanding, especially with the whole adoption thing, and the fact that just us having our relationship on top of that, and him accepting me and my kids. So that's just all kinds of perfection in my eyes. So it works for me. And I think we only have 2 more questions left. Just gonna. So in the next year, what should we it says what should we expect from us? So what is I'm trying to answer this question. What should people expect from us? Like, what are some things that would be happening in the next year? Or should that just be, you'll have to tune in for that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that
There is a lot that's going on.
That's gonna be happening with too much to talk about. So like she said, you're gonna have to tune in to see what that is. I mean, we'll keep you guys updated on what's happening in our lives, when we come to those roads and up ahead and for the next year. Just, playing it day by day, It's been a good run in 2017 and
it's been a great year.
Just plan on continuing that run in the start of 2018 and, from the looks of it, I think it's gonna be a good 2018.
I think so too. And there's only like 1 more day in this year, and I think closing off the year like this has been perfect. Just being here, being able to move here was a blessing in itself. Because
it was pretty hard.
It was hard
back in
getting
November
here.
when they initially moved in. Like the whole customs ordeal was a pain. And she was telling me that even like the customs in Toronto didn't believe that she
didn't believe I was Canadian.
Yeah,
they thought I was an immigrant.
Like an immigrant,
From where?
Yeah, seriously, like how do you get your your passport? If you're an immigrant, like a legal immigrant, you need to be a citizen.
They didn't think I was a citizen of Canada, and I'm like, okay.
And that's what made it difficult. And that was one of the reasons that made it difficult. They were going to get sent back, but, lo and behold, a miracle happened. I had to talk to customs in Buffalo, New York, after she actually took a bus because she was supposed to fly from Toronto, connecting flight from Toronto here to Cleveland. But miraculously, she took the bus to Buffalo, New York, and that's where customs stopped her again. Was asking her a bunch of questions. I got a call from customs at midnight on a Thursday night. I couldn't sleep. I was all heated and angry and, just mixed with the emotions. I talked to the customs guy for about 15, 20 minutes, asking me all these questions about, like, are you aware of, who's visiting you? You're aware of the situation that arose? You're aware, blah, blah, blah.
It's such a long story.
It was a long story, yeah. But lo and behold, customs finally let her come through, and now here we are sitting together, and it is truly a blessing that, it was a miracle that happened. God made miracles happen.
Yes, he definitely
did. He works
did.
in mysterious ways.
Yes, I really, really wanted to be here for the holidays, and I was like, this is not the end of the road, and it wasn't.
Yeah, and Christmas was a major success, and they had a blast, and I hope the New Year's could be
one of the best Christmases I've ever had. It was just perfect. And then our last question here: what makes you two the perfect power couple?
I mean, look at us. We're already, I mean. Hello, surprise!
I think as we do more videos, as we kind of grow with our, each other
and followers, yes.
And stuff like that, I think people will see just like, we work together, and we're learning things as we go. We're not too worried. Like we're not too worried to make mistakes, and you know, just learning from those mistakes and just growing from that, and just hearing what other people have to say, and
Yeah,
honestly,
all those loving comments from the photos that are posted of us on like those African American Asian men sites, like everybody just shows a lot of love, and they just love us as a couple, and they think that we're adorable as a family, and you know, I appreciate the love, and you know, anything can happen, guys. I mean, you know, there's the world is, you know, large, and you know, who knows who you can meet, you know, over the internet, over social media. I mean, love has no boundaries. So I mean, even if you're down in the dumps, you know, like, you know, me and her have been, you know, because I mean, there's been times where we've been lonely, depressed, you know, thinking why do we have like relationships that don't go nowhere, or like, is there any, you know, why does all the bad stuff happen to me type deal. Just keep your head up. There's always someone for someone out there. I mean, that's just all I gotta say is just when time is right, God will find that perfect someone for you, and you know, the timing was right for this one, and now here we are.
yeah. Well, we're gonna leave it on that note, on a happy note. And we're obviously gonna make some more videos. So give us some feedback. Tell us what you'd like us to talk about next time for topics. We definitely want to do more videos in the new year. So happy New Year's to everybody. And yeah, we look forward to having some comments and, you know, some messages or whatever. So we'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah, and thanks for tuning
Thanks
in,
for watching.
and have a safe and happy New Year's, and talk to you guys.
You want to say hi and bye, Leah? The kids will say hi and bye.
Here's
Here's
the
Aaliyah.
lovely kids,
And Amar.
the energetic kids. You'll see
You'll see
more
them.
of them and our other videos that we have coming up. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hope you guys have a happy and wonderful New Year's.
Bye.
Bye.